We grind on a daily. Bringing light to this world when it's raining. If you got any doubt, go ahead and wait and see. Only option is to win when you with the AC. Yeah, AC the game. Watch out, cause
what is going on? I feel like I need to stretch. It's been so long since y'all done seen these three cutties on the podcast, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's season 4. We finally back. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just like at the beginning of every season. At the beginning of every season, I always do an introduction. We always talk about what you can expect this season. Last season, it was like, oh, hey, y'all, we're going to mix up the view, have some better views for y'all. This season, I think the goal, I think we all kind of agree, y'all not seeing our true colors in these podcast episodes. And I think I think it's necessary, man, that we be more transparent with y'all. You know, we still going to keep it PG and be professional because that's who we are at the end of the day. But y'all don't be surprised if I change the subject here and there or Ryan say something random, because that's just who we are, right? And it's only fair that y'all see the true colors of who's running this program. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share as you are tapped into this podcast. Want to give a special thanks to the support that we've been getting. As always, it's been quite the year. It's been fun, and that's what we're going to talk about this year: the Future Climbers program and also AC as a whole. But a different approach this time around. We're not going to try and impress nobody. What we're going to do is we're going to tell y'all the real. We're going to tell y'all the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Ryan, man. So with that being said, we'll start with the Climber of the Week. All right, Climber of the Week, week 1, Zaya West. Okay, as if she doesn't already get enough publicity at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say publicity or as if she doesn't get enough
notoriety,
publicity? All right. Shout out to her and her Limitless Dreams initiative. Okay. So if you don't know about Limitless Dreams yet, okay, it is a day full of fun and free resources for all individuals with disabilities and their families. Okay. So if you don't know about it, it's September 10th. It's going to be at Firestone. It's going to be an excellent event, excellent day. We got a lot of free resources for you guys out there and a lot of fun out there. It's going to be planned. It's going to be good. It's going to be free food. Okay. So all you got to do is scan this QR code that you see on your screen. And if you're listening, go to alwaysclimbingproject.org. Make sure you register so you can get your free t-shirt, so you can pick what food you want, so we can get you signed up with a climber. All right. It's going to be a good day. Looking forward to that. But why is Zaya the Climber of the Week? Because she's literally planning it. And I literally mean that. So Zaya will be speaking about this at a later episode. We'll have her on. But until then, let me tell y'all right now, part of the Future Climbers program is we require our kids to come up with an event. And not only do they come up with the idea, they also have to plan it. They have to make the phone calls themselves to these community partners. We train them. All right. I could have trained Zaya a little bit better, but I trust her. But we train them. We prepare them. We tell them what to say, who to call, what emails to make, how some things should look. But they do it. So Zaya has made phone calls to the news. Zaya has had to make phone calls to Summit DD, to all of these different community partners. Zaya had to make the flyer. Zaya had to schedule the food. Zaya is going to be making the rentals for the video game trucks and all of that. She's doing it. It's student ran. So because of that, I'm putting her under a lot of stress because it's just her this year. Usually it should be the entire class, the entire group. But right now it's just Zaya. So kudos to her. She is definitely the Climber of the Week, if not the Climber of the month. Much love to her. So again, let's sit back, fellas. Let's enjoy this. No need to be too professional. You know what I mean? I'm over that, man. I don't even think that's us. You know what I mean? That's not like, think about how far we've gone, man, how far we've come with this project, man. We don't do anything normal. If you guys check our website right now and you check our mission, we actually had to change our mission. We had to meet as a board, change our mission because we had to add that unorthodox word and that unique word. Like, that's just who we are. Like, we don't do things how things should be done. It's not that it's not as professional. We just do things differently. And I wouldn't want to do it any other way, to be honest.
For sure.
So let's get into it, man. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
I was
Now, Ryan.
All right, go ahead. What you got?
I need you to be honest and authentic, y'all. So for those that don't know, my Cuddy Ryan is officially like technically our co-director, right? So we're trying to figure out the exact role and title for Ryan. I look at him as a co-director of the Future Climbers program, right? So Ryan has seen every facet and every phase of this program come to the level that it's at right now. So Ryan, when we talk about these questions, Jovan's going to take the back seat, but he's still obviously going to give his feedback. But this is really you and me kind of just keeping it real.
All right, I got you.
For sure.
I got this girl, man. This girl hit me up. She hit me up on TikTok talking about she wanted to start a program. I was hoping I can get her on a podcast today, man. But she never reached back in time. But I'll send her this video when we're done. But she asked, for the good, the bad, asked for the tips that we had, any advice. And I think we can help out a lot of people with this episode. So, Future Climbers program. Why are we successful? Why do we have kids constantly asking me at football practice, when's the next meeting? Right? I think it's for a lot of reasons. Let's start with one of the reasons that you think, Ryan. Is there anything that you would attribute to the success that we've had with our kids and the impact we've made?
Man, that's the list goes on. One, bro, we've been weird our whole life. That's I'm gonna just start with that. we
from jiggly jogs to
jiggly
tubby
jogs,
tubbies around the house, man.
Measuring houses and tubbies, all that, man. Like, just we're different, and I think part of what makes our program attractive to youth is we make everybody feel comfortable. And if I don't know how to make you feel comfortable, I'll find somebody who does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got our anime kids, we got I play Magic the Gathering kids, we got the cool kids, we got the athletes, we got theater kids, we got choir kids. So like everybody has a space. You know what I mean? If you want to talk everybody ear off like me, you can. If you want to sit back and just watch the room, that's welcome too. So like I think one is just kind of like the environment we provide. Like we ain't hardcore militant. I feel like they think I am sometimes, but we not. But we also not like super chill, let them do whatever. I feel like it's kind of like a healthy balance of order, but also chaotic learning and understanding. A little bit of productive struggle, as I would call it.
Man, I agree with that, man. And I would attribute it to my little piece would be, again, speaking on the Zaya piece, but like aside from her, we really are student ran. We include them in so much of the decision making.
Yes.
And again, man, like I'm not shooting nobody else's program in the foot, like at all. Like, but to be honest, I see a lot of like student voice programs and we're advocating for our students. I see a lot of that, and I don't really see much student input, right?
Yeah.
What do the kids want to do? If that's what they want to do, let's let them do it, right? If y'all want to, for example, when we take pictures, always got to have them do the logo, right? Always got to have them smiling. But if they want to do one of these, whatever they want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Let them be.
Let them do it, right? I still
love
a picture. I hope I can find it and throw it on this video, man. When Ty just looked back like, and it's like, it's just not, it's just not necessary to fight it, right? Like that's how she's comfortable. It's not harming anybody. And I think we thrive with that, man. And I think that's important that we keep that up. Because think about, man, Peacemakers, when we was doing Peacemakers and stuff, Miss Keith or Falcon Friends with Mr. Parks, any successful program, man, DECA, right? Shout out to Schweitzer when we were in high school. They all kind of gave us choice. And I think that's how you get kids coming back is giving them that
they're not
true
being
choice.
told. They're not being told what to do. We do, but they have a big say. Like, and I mean, not to air out nobody's business, but like when we had that outburst in a meeting, you and I didn't decide if that person could come back. They decided amongst themselves because this is your organization. So how do y'all feel about it?
Yep.
You know, regardless of, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fight the power in this case of, you know, they felt like we should keep him. He's an asset. I'm cool with that. If y'all, that's how y'all feel, y'all got to ride with it. Learn to make, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like either way, it's a learning mechanism.
Yep.
Because either that individual is going to get it together and ride with them to the end and it's going to be great, or they not. And they're going to have to learn sometimes you got to let it go.
Yep.
So I think just in terms of the projects they do, in terms of when we have the meetings, how we do the meetings, that has always been something they have been included in because, I mean, we said it's just that it's student ran. We can't call it student ran if we run it like that.
Yeah. Let me tell you something that's frustrating, y'all. Let me tell y'all something that's frustrating me with the AC. Zaya just did it on the news. If y'all see it on the news, by the time this episode's out, it should have been on the news by then. Man, she talking about XYIA WEST, Zaya West, part of the Future Climbers Project. I said, program. They don't know what they in, man.
Hey,
and you know what? And you
they don't listen.
This is the part that I'm talking about with transparency. Like, y'all, we are official like a whistle, and our kids know exactly what they're a part of. Here's the issue. They think they're a part of AC, but what they don't understand is that they are a part of AC, but this is almost like their internship to become a part of AC. And we've communicated that with them, but they still say, oh, I'm a part of the Always Climbing program. I'm a part of
you are a future
project.
Climber.
I'm a part of the Future Climbers Project. It's the Future Climbers program.
Yes. Yes, that part.
Did y'all hear that thunder and lightning, bro?
Yes, it's going down out there. Don't worry about it. It's
not like listen, Sam, what was his name? Pajama Sam, cuz.
I'm in the same zip code as you, my boy. I heard it too. I'm just
my dog is not liking that right now.
I don't like it. Okay, listen, like normally we got to rely on the animals to know when it's safe to do something. In this case, I know it's not safe. I'm going to be in the house. Crazy story.
I ain't taking the trash out yet.
Bro, guess who's outside though? Ask me who's outside, Bryce.
Who?
My dad.
Why?
I don't know. You know he likes to be outside in thunderstorms.
No, he's crazy.
You know you do.
He's different.
But let's go. Let's shift back, man. Let's shift back. I feel bad for my dog. This boy looking at me like, can you please get off this podcast so we could just cuddle? And no, I ain't cuddling with you. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, no, man. So we talking about all these kids and this success, man. I think a good transition question is, can we sustain it? And at what point are we going to crash? Here's my reality. I don't think we can crash, but what I do think is a barrier for us as staff.
Oh my God. Yeah, bro. Yes.
So
yeah.
So
we
this
just
is
looked at it.
Yeah, this is the deal. Yeah, we just looked at it, man. We had a nice little board meeting real quick and talked. Oh, by the way, for those that don't know who was on the board, myself, Jovan, Kamar, for those that know Kamar, and Ryan Shores. Not Ryan Hall, but Ryan Shores is on the board.
I am Hall. I am not Shores. For sure, if we're ever here at the same time, I will be Ryan. He will be Shores. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is. Now, contrary to that, I call you Hall, but I call you Ryan too. So anyway,
it's both.
Anyway, yeah. So I think we need staff, and for multiple reasons. And Ryan, I'll let you speak to one piece of it before even that. Me and Ryan are basically the ones running this entire Future Climbers program as a whole, right? We have other assistants. We have Jovan helping huge. He's helping out a lot with the background stuff. Ryan Shores is helping us out with data. Huge. Kamar just moved back to Akron. He's going to be that third piece for me and Ryan. But aside from that, everybody else that you see on a website or anything like that, they want to help, but they are waiting for that mentorship piece to be implemented this year. And we're going to have them mentor our students on a weekly basis. They're going to make phone calls to our kids. Until then, they're kind of just limbo right now, waiting. But all boots on the ground, me and Ryan are struggling because man, you could talk to your job a little bit, but me, I'm a school counselor, I'm a football coach, and we got to make it work. I'm like, Ryan, it's a crisis at my school. Like, you think you can make it to the meeting on time? He like, yeah, I got court, so that's dead. And I'm like, all right, let me talk to my principal real quick. We got to make it work.
Hey, so
I'm like, yo, Mrs. Davis, like,
So
I hate to say it, but I gotta go. And she like, bro, all right.
to
So
put it in a
more
nutshell,
staff is definitely helpful.
hey, listen, I'm a police officer. I work night shift. I work the graveyard. So I get off work 7 o'clock in the morning. Throughout the day, I might have court. I sometimes work extra duties, extra jobs, so on and so forth. So last minute stuff is, I mean, we make some shake every time. I don't know how we do it. We ain't folded yet.
That's
But
right.
to your original statement of, is this sustainable? I disagree with you. The answer, bro, the real is no. It's sustainable. It's sustainable if we stagnate. I think would be a more accurate answer is if we stagnate, don't grow, don't improve, don't increase, then this could potentially be sustainable with exceptional amounts of burnout for both you and I.
But here's the thing now.
What?
It's true. We always climbing.
Yeah, I know, and we're gonna keep doing it.
Always climbing. So what did you talk about?
Hey, no, listen. I've just said we're not, but I'm saying we're not gonna stagnate. But what I'm telling you is, bro, I want you to think back to the original number we discussed. What's the original number we talked about, sir?
I mean, bro, you can go on the VIP Pro, the Violence Intervention and Prevention website right now. It'll say the Always Climbing Project plans to provide leadership development to 25 students.
Yes, and
we are
almost double.
Over double. That's
because kids ask me, and I'll just be like,
listen, bro. I
go to Hudson High School. Can I join your program? Yeah. Hey,
mind you, y'all did a great job with that orientation, bro. I looked at the list. You said, yeah, we got like 15 kids coming. I seen the number. It said like 60 something. I said, dog,
we was not prepared. Hey,
no, he said he trying to make it better. He said, yeah, like I think only a couple of them is engaged, not engaged. He said the number. I'm like, bro, still over 50, bro.
I'll own up to that. I don't know how to say no, and you know what? I'll be honest. I don't know how to just shut up. Period. Because not only do they ask, I ask. I'll see a random like volleyball girl on Janelle's team. How come you're not in AC?
No, for real.
They be like, I know about it. I wanted to join. I just don't know what to do.
So we have a bigger problem now.
So y'all do be pressing them out. You be like, why aren't you in the AC?
Bro, my mom been doing that too, bro. She be over there now.
Yeah.
She helping, but it's not helping right now.
but here's the reality, man. Here's the reality. All jokes aside, man. I think what I want you to speak on, Ryan, is what the girls have been expressing to you. The fact that we need a woman.
Bro, yes, we need it bad. We need it bad. We need it bad. I can't express. There are just certain things that a young lady goes through in life just on a day-to-day basis. I'm not talking about the specific woman and lady oriented thing. I just mean in general. I cannot walk a high school girl how to get through a breakup, a bad day. I failed my test. Like, I don't know what your emotional and internal experience is like. A young man, I can help you through that, bro. I've been there. I've done that. Just about anything dumb you did, I can almost guarantee you I did it too. So, like, I can work through that with you. But, like, I just don't have the tool set to help. And I personally don't like that. Because then it's like, I'm like, I mean.
And that's the thing, man. Like, we could, and we do. Like, our girls, man, they love us in our program. But, they vocalize that. And there's no need, again, with it being student ran, there's no need to be like, well, it is what it is. Deal with it, right? We here for you. We love you and you love us. Like, we got your back. Nah, like, y'all said to us, y'all want a woman that y'all can talk to the way that we talk to you. Let's find one, right? Let's make it work. Let's make it happen. Because at the end of the day, I think it goes without saying that there's so many times that, single mothers or, even just parents in general come to me as a counselor, as a young black male in the community saying, hey, we need more people like you for our young men. They never say for our young women, right? And I think it goes without saying that, I can make a bigger impact on boys than I can girls. You and I both, Ryan, Jovan, you too, we can make impacts on both. but we make the biggest impact on young men because they are going to be us, right? We're trying to develop future leaders. Then we are the exact representation of our young, not only Black, but just young men. So we need that representation for our girls too. Black, white, Asian, any type of race, ethnicity. We need that type of representation. Just a woman with power, with leadership skills that can step in and be that third piece for us. Because right now, like I said, it's you, me running the program, maybe Kamara for that third piece, but we definitely need a girl for that fourth piece for our kids, because at the end of the day, man, we aren't enough for them. At least in my eyes, just from hearing what they say. So I don't know.
And
Go ahead, Jovan.
And I was just gonna say, like, just like to speak on like because we talked about a couple months ago about how there's not as many programs for young women, and now we have a program for young women with young men running it. And you know how unique it would be to have like a young woman a part of that too. Like that's going to be something that hasn't really been. It's not common.
And you'd be surprised.
Do already is not common, but like that's like
facts.
In terms of taking things to the next level, even something as small as that, that's not really small. That's a huge detail to our organization and accommodating and getting everybody that we need taken care of. But that's gonna push the AC even further, like our trajectory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how many girls we have in our program. Like we are literally at like 60-40. We have a lot of girls in our program, and I just want to be there for them as much as we can. So let them, hey, that's what they asking for. We got to find it, man. So yeah. So on a more serious note, we looking, if you are interested, if you're listening, you watching, might even clip this, trim this and put it up. Like if you interested and joining the Always Climbing Project staff, and you really want to make an impact on these kids, you want to be a part of this bigger picture, and you are a woman, we are in search of you. Okay. So let us know, DM us, reach out, however you want, email, phone call, Instagram, TikTok.
If you know one of us, just hit us up, please.
Period.
Like we'll talk about it.
Period.
I also need you to understand, like these functions. I ain't got no biologicals, but these are my children. So understand it's not something that will be taken lightly. And I don't know, Bryce, if that sounds too unprofessional or not, but I mean that. Like,
yeah, no, for real. Yeah,
I'm not finna put no random, because not only do our kids trust us, bro. At this point, our parents trust us too, and you not about to break the trust that I've built.
And that's a nice thing is with us having that partnership with APS and us being on that access list. You do have to have a background check and all of that, so that's cool too, because that kind of crosses all of that out. And then we are implementing that mentorship piece, which we need to talk about in this episode. But even that, we're trying to find the best mentorship training, virtual training that we can put every single mentor through before they get into contact and in touch with our kids. So I think that'll be huge too. So let's talk about mentorship if y'all willing.
Of course.
The one question I had, man, on this agenda, man, is what do y'all think is more important? Us adults, well, not me, but our adult mentors mentoring our high schoolers, or our high schoolers mentoring our middle and elementary schoolers?
Neither is more important. They're both equally important.
Yeah.
Like if you try to fix in a nutshell a system, you know what I mean? You can't only fix one end of it. You have to fix the whole system. You know what I'm saying? If I have a plumbing system, it's designed to carry a certain amount of water. If I change one end of it without adjusting the back end of it where the water comes in, it'll screw everything up. So I would almost say it depends on the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? We almost, not to circle back to our original question, like we meet each kid where they are. Like I'll be honest, fair is not always equal. I don't hold them all to the same standard.
Right.
Because I know that some of them, I literally, bro, I know them. I was best friends with your older brother, little brother, sister, whoever. I know you, my people. I know what you're capable of, and you're just not meeting the standard because you're choosing not to, not because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if that's all you know, and this is a new experience for you of having boundaries and expectations, et cetera, then it's like, I got to meet you where you are. But I still expect growth. Like I don't really care where you are, as long as not to be cliche, but you got to keep climbing. Like as long as you still climbing up the ladder, I don't care. So I feel like the mentorship to our high school youth is very important, because there's things that I realize, you know, we as a friend group were blessed in the craziest way, in that, like, bro, we had so many mentors. We never called them mentors.
Like who?
Bro, the collective of dads that we had, the collective of moms that we had, every coach any of us ever had, you know what I'm saying? To some degree, the human being, the man that I am today, bro, isn't, I would say, primarily was formed by my parents, but there's a little bit of your dad in there. There's a little bit of your mom in there. There's a little bit of Jovan's mom in there. There's a little bit of Kamar's mom and dad in there. There's a little bit of Mark Av Colley and Seth Porter in there. There's a little bit of Senior Drill Sergeant Nooney. All of these people that in my formative years had a hand on me, on Mr. Conley,
Willa Keith.
Mr. Conley for sure.
Keith.
Willa Keith, Mr. Soul, all of them, bro. Like all of them played a very integral role, and we never called it mentoring.
Chief Keith.
We were so but like that's important, bro. And then like we didn't call it mentoring, but let's be honest, bro. When we were in high school, how many times did me or you or Jovan or Kamar or John even, we're the reason that a brawl or a fight or an argument didn't happen?
Mm-hmm. That's
because we had the sense, we had the skill set, we had the know-how to be like, we can intervene, we can fix this. So instead of watching it happen, we fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because, so in a form, we were mentoring our peers.
And 9 times out of 10, we did it the right way. 1 time out of 10, we ain't do it the right way.
Bro, we were kids. It happens.
I remember one time, Big Bro put Flame down in the seat. He ain't like that.
Hey, yo.
He did not like that. He did not like that. So, you know, and that's okay, because kids make mistakes. But I had good intentions, and just like you said, we were kids. So it's important, man. Like real life, like we always try to make things better. 9 times out of 10, we were doing it the right way. There was always that one time we probably made a mistake, but we had good intentions. But imagine if we had a program like AC where we were learning
specifically how to do it
every time in every situation. And that's why it's important to have those weekly meetings instead of just monthly or virtual. It's important to have that face-to-face conversation and have that curriculum in peace and in place, so that everybody always has that. Ryan, who messing with you, bro?
Who you talking to, yo?
Huh?
You say, yo, who?
Here, just come on, give it here. Give it here. My dad he's sneaking around. He's trying to bring something in here.
He said,
I'm trying to use smoke signals and hand signals. It ain't work.
He was like, "What, man?
He
what?"
said, "What? This is my daddy's house."
Hey, be clear. This is my daddy's house.
It is. No. He's the pappy.
I the pappy. Nah, that's funny though, man. You sitting there throwing up gang signs over there, like.
Well, I would. I would never.
Man, let's close, man. This is a good first episode. Couple goals and just big dreams. Goals and big dreams. Where do y'all see AC a year from now? Realistically, because you know, you already know.
In a building.
Hey, Bryce Harris knows how to work up a dream. No,
yo, he does.
So I'll let y'all go first, but I'll tell y'all where I see us.
Just imagine.
So the real, on the real, I feel like a year from now we'll probably have. I feel like Kamar will be more involved on the youth side, on the directoring part. Y'all know me. I don't know the technical jargon for all of this, but the director piece of Future Climbers, Kamar will be helping out. I think we already got several mentors lined up. They'll have their class. They'll be regularly making their calls, FaceTime calls, or maybe even like meeting up for like coffee, go to the park, go for a walk, a hike, a run, whatever, depending on how those relationships are being built. So I think the the adult to high school mentoring will be essentially fully integrated within a year. I think realistically, numbers wise, we'll really actually have to start almost kind of capping capping our numbers to match our staff. And I don't say that because I don't want to help more kids. I say that because I feel like what we've been doing has been exceptional, to say the least. And we'll eventually hit a point if we keep growing faster than our staff where the quality of the service rendered will deteriorate. And that's I would sooner tell a kid no than or find almost an alternative form of presence than to give them a deteriorated or rundown version of what we're currently giving. So that's kind of what I was saying earlier about the staff. I don't disagree with you at all that I think it's not sustainable. I think with the quality of what we're putting out, it's sustainable. And I think orientation really showed us that. Like
Orientation was amazing, man.
it was.
There's been so many kids in AC or in the Future Climbers program that has asked me, when's the next orientation? I'm like, you're done with orientation. You don't have to do orientation anymore. Like, that was the whole goal. I tell them, like, don't worry about it. I'm like telling them, like, I'm doing them a favor. They're like, oh, well, still let me know when the next one is because I want to do it again. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so side note, hear me out. I'm just throwing out an idea and you can shoot it down if you like. You know me, I like a lot of stuff based on the military because it's very organized and very simple and it's very effective. So hear me out. When you first start in the military, and I use the army because that's where I was, you start in the army, go to basic training, right? But once you hit a certain point and you want to become a non-commissioned officer, NCO, so essentially a leader, a person who is responsible for other human beings, you go to a course called Basic Leadership Course. That's how you get how you can become a sergeant. You got to take that before you become a sergeant, right? But then if there's another core, advanced leadership course, so on and so forth, to kind of almost move up in level. So, I mean, I feel like it will be a pain just because, like I said, staffing wise, and there's only currently, I don't like to plan with what I don't got. So right now it's me and you. The idea of essentially doing almost like an orientation, a year 1 retreat, a year 2 retreat, a year 3 retreat, bro, a month of orientation that's rough. But I would do it. So maybe that could be something.
That's a good idea.
We could do. So kind of almost like the people who've been here they're going into their second year. They go to retreat, get a couple of them, they can come help with orientation, get some service hours, whatever. But primarily, will there be learning kind of almost into advanced skill set in terms of planning events, making contact, so on and so forth? That could be almost like a secondary course because we give them the big overall picture.
I think that was our goal eventually, wasn't it? Just as a whole, like their whole.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that, we were gonna do it anyway, and they asked for it, so I feel like why not? That could be something we could kind of work on toward, because I mean we got till next summer, so it's not a lot of time, but that's a manageable amount of time.
I like that idea a lot.
So yeah, in a year, I feel in summary, I think in a year our mentors will be fully integrated. I feel like we'll probably have 2 more full-time future climber staff to count on, depend on to get stuff done, because we truly are limited by the fact that you have a full-time job and I have a full-time job, and we were already committed to various extracurriculars before that,
but then still doing a full-time job with AC.
Yes. So like this
is a full-time this is a full-time job.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I'm literally like in every waking moment of free time, I'm probably, if at the very least, contemplating what I could be doing for AC
or planning.
Yeah, like I like something like it might not be an individual action, but it's some type of something towards it. So yeah, I think in a year, I think we'll be in a solid spot. Like I think we're on solid footing where we're kind of in a way we almost shot ourselves in the foot. So we're kind of catching ourselves. We're kind of catching up to ourselves because we took off a little faster than expected. And to be frankly
We really
honest,
said 25 kids, bro.
yeah, I know that's heinous that we thought that. But you and I are both guilty of walking around and saying, "Hey, sign up, come on." Like, no part of us was like, "Hey, bro, how many people we got?"
I was telling kids bring a friend, bro.
You did. You definitely did. And the young ones too.
Bring a friend. But I think that's why they like it, man. I really do. Jovan,
Man,
where's AC in a year?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be in the headquarters, first of all. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you talking.
And yeah, it's hard for me, bro, because like in terms of the future climbers program, like I want to be more involved, and I be hearing like how I be going, and I'm like, bro, I want to do so much with it. And then it's like, all right, what can I do virtually? So like, what I can't speak on is all administrative. So there's a certain financial threshold I think we can reach, and I want to get there sooner rather than later. And so I think there's a part of that we can reach next year. Definitely double our scholarships for next year, from where we were this year. So we had 4 available. Sadly enough, only one person capitalized and did the process
And
correctly.
let me cut you off.
That
right
was
there.
his fault, though.
Let me cut you off right there, though.
I mean, that was their fault.
It ain't gonna happen again because these seniors, our seniors right now,
Hungry.
that's why we need more money alone, bro. Because I don't want to only give it to 4 of them. I ain't gonna lie, they grinding.
They hungry, and they committed. And
what
I really
they used
feel
to say,
like
hungry.
But in terms of like what y'all are doing, I feel like the problem y'all did in a really great way is y'all set the standard to where it is. So if y'all fall below at any point, it's like we ain't do this last year. You know what I mean? So it has to be done in a headquarters, and we in terms of listening to our students, they want to be at another location. I'm just putting that out there. That's something we talked about. They want to be in another location, and we need to make that happen by all means necessary. We got to dig deep and figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be the end of next year at some point. I'm gonna speak into existence, and I'm really good with my goals for the years. I think it will happen next year. In terms of what I can have a part of and support any way I can, of course, from afar. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. And of course, just everything what Ryan said, I agree on.
Hey, just to address it. All right, for anybody listening, Firestone's great. We really appreciate that partnership.
They've been supportive.
Miss Lockery's actually
very supportive.
Oh my God. But the kids, they're at school all day. And I didn't understand why they were complaining so much until I thought about it from that perspective. A lot of our kids, majority of our kids are some type of athlete. They're an athlete of some sport. So we meet at 6 p.m. for anybody that doesn't know. We don't meet immediately after school. So just give you a quick rundown. They wake up, right? They go to school all day. Then they practice from 3:30 to about 5:30, 6 o'clock. They go straight to the AC meeting from 6 to 7:30. They're over it by then. And ironically, funny enough, they're very engaged in our meetings. They love our meetings. They look forward to our meetings. But when we asked them, like, how could it be better? One of the things they said is, can we decorate this room? It's kind of we're just over it. Can we make this room better? Like the looks. They say, you guys are great. You guys are keeping us engaged. We love it, but we want a better room. So then came the conversation, well, this isn't our classroom, right? This is a teacher's classroom. We aren't allowed to enhance or change their room. So they're like, well, can we just meet somewhere else? Like, can y'all get a headquarters? Can y'all get us a place, a facility? And we like, I don't think y'all realize how hard that is, but we can work on it. But I guess that's in my time. All right. I'm so optimistic and stuff, and it's almost to a fault. Right.
Annoying sometimes, but it's
good. A year from now, y'all, AC can have, man. All right, first of all,
you can have whatever you like.
Yeah, you can have whatever you like. Hey, what you want?
How you feel?
What you want? AC techs for every student. Let's do it. Right. So in a year from now, I see everybody with a full out AC tech. All right, first of all, let me get that out the way.
Hey, they still don't got the first ones.
That's all right, bro. That's all right, bro.
We gotta get started. I like it. I like it.
As of today, I'm not gonna say the date, but as of today, we currently have 511 followers on Instagram. Next year, we will have 2,000 followers. We're probably gonna be the nonprofit in game in the city of Akron with the most followers. I really see us with a facility, like Jovan said, a headquarters of some sort. But I don't want to settle, man. I want something that's going to be tangible. I want something that, from a business perspective, that we can rent out, right, to pay our taxes.
Like a YMCA.
Correct. So something that we can rent out, so people that can rent that space for, a baby shower or some other party, so that way we can take care of taxes and take care of any payments that we need. But I do see us with a headquarters that we can meet with and redesign and revamp, so kids really have a place that they can come and just kind of relax and chill. Anybody in our program. I'm going to go against what Ryan said, and Ryan is in alignment with me. He's just being more realistic. Will Smith said it best. What's the point in being realistic? If I said I'm going to do it, it's already done. So with that being said, I'm being serious when I say this. I see AC with over 100 kids next year, and that's in 365 days. I'm talking about next August, not next April, not next May, but I'm dead serious when I say we're going to have over 100 kids in our program. I'm just telling y'all.
Okay,
so
with that, as
you
long
can
as we
stamp
got
it.
over
Ryan.
2 employees.
Ryan, you good, bro? It's already said, bro.
You can stamp it. What do you say? I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it right here. If I'm gonna do it, it's already done.
What's the point of being realistic? I'm gonna do it. It's done. It's already done. The second I decide it's done, it's already done. So now we just gotta wait for y'all to see.
That's what I see. I see us with over 100 kids, man. I see us in a facility of some sort, and I see us with a lot of motion in the social media world. Not only because what we're doing is genuine, but we involve our students, like we going to Porch Rocker. When we go to Porch Rocker this weekend, guess who's doing the interviews? Me. I ain't gonna lie. But also the kids, right? The kids, because I love doing those videos. So I'm gonna keep doing them because that's a passion of mine. But the kids are gonna be in it too. So it's gonna be both of us, right? So we attacking both age groups. I see us, speaking of age groups, I see us in a year from now integrating with generations higher than us. I think that's a fault of ours right now, because we do have a passion for linking generations, and we bring those generations, those higher generations, those older generations to our kids. But how do we get them on staff? How do we get them more involved? How do we get a 40, 50-year-old on staff so they can really tie in and work with our kids as well on a more consistent basis? That I see happening in the next year, for sure. Next question. Only rule, we don't even have a time limit, but I'm gonna make it interesting. Only rule is you have to take half the time that you took to explain the year. Where do you see AC in 10 years, Ryan?
Goated. I ain't gonna lie. As nonprofit, bro, like nonprofit side, like what we're actually doing, in terms of social, emotional, professional, academic development of youth growth. I ain't gonna lie. 10 years from now, bro, it'll basically belong to us. Like I feel like it will. Yeah. We'll be city by 10 years. We'll be citywide. Every school, we'll have at least some type of something in every school. Because like I'm trying to be like Jog. I want to. We need an office, somebody on staff in the building.
I like the way you talk, my boy. I like the way you talk.
Like that's
talk, my boy.
like we
I like your language.
That. We need that. Like cause here's the thing. Then you can almost do like sub meetings, like your building meeting, but then obviously you as a member of the Future Climber program, you have access to the hub.
It don't even got to be after school.
Or the but I'm just saying whatever. I'm saying whatever. Like, I'm saying the same way. Like if you need something from Jog, there's a person who works for Jog. You can just walk in there and be like, hey.
But I'm saying
I need this.
School-wide meeting during lunch, right? Weekly, right? Monthly or semi-monthly after school meeting. Where? AC
at the village. The village. We're gonna call it. Never mind. That's a conversation for another time. Jovan, go ahead.
The mountain.
The mountain.
Yes.
The mountain.
Mount Climber. Mount AC. I don't know.
Meet me at the mountain. Bro, the mountain is good enough. I like that. That. Seriously. Meet me on the mountain. We finna climb. What's up?
Are we climbing over the mountain? Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We grind on. No, I'm just playing. All right, your turn,
man. I see us easily taking over the city of Akron. And Bryce, you'll know this. I know Ryan, you'll know this from the military. I see us as a leadership Council of Akron. Like that's how we should be viewed. Like if you try to learn about leadership, you try to learn about how to take care of the kids in a holistic way, not just in one particular sense. Because we like other nonprofits. This is what we mean by unique. Other nonprofits have a niche. We niche in everything. Our niche is,
And you know what? That
take
could be
care
a
of
bad
everything.
thing, bro. But it's not with us.
But it's not.
I
It's
disagree.
not.
I
We gotta
wholeheartedly disagree, and I will die on that mountain every day. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but it's still better than a master of one. I don't care.
And I'm a mic drop on that.
Mike Trickety. What they said, man. 10 years from now. 10 years from now, man. I can't even imagine it, bro. Like, I can't, bro. I just can't. I can't, bro. I can't. 10 years from now. What, bro? Everybody gonna be like this. Yeah.
Shirt. I want shirts everywhere. I want people, random people walking down the street in an AC shirt. Like, yo, where you get that?
Now, 10 years from now, I might even look like David Goggins. I might be super skinny. I'm gonna be jogging, making videos. A lot of times I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Keep climbing.
right into the mountain. That's crazy.
I want to see how
That's
committed I am to
crazy.
AC. Hold on. Let me show you how committed I am to AC. Excuse my cutting buzz back here.
Don't be like I show speed.
Hold on, cut. y'all think this again. Y'all think the executive director of this program, y'all think the executive director of this nonprofit is just here for the looks and man, started with $1 in a dream. Started with $1 in a dream. I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing with y'all, bro.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
that's
slow
what's
down.
up.
Like,
Yes,
up,
sir.
man. We're not
Yeah.
playing. A year from now,
Yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna be, but I know it's gonna be bigger than now because we always climb. All right. So let's finish out 15-second takeaways. Should that even be 15-second takeaways no
I
more?
don't
Let's
think we
just be
need
honest. But let's just be honest. They're not even 15 seconds. They're
Let's
never.
do a quick a synopsis of your thoughts on the whole thing. How about that?
Okay, something ain't right with my feet because Zuko's smelling my shoes. No, I'm just playing.
Dog.
I've not worn any of these shoes in weeks. But
Smell like
anyway,
Fritos, but
you said free toes. Anyway, what's the takeaway, Ryan? Give us a takeaway, man. Just how you feeling after this episode?
I feel just in general, I'm gonna be honest that my favorite part of this episode is the authenticity part, bro. Because it's hard for me not to spaz, bro. And that I forgot Lizzo got canceled for that. I can't say that. Tweak out. I can't say that either. Be weird, bro. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Just it's hard for me to do that. So like this format is one, it works a lot better for me. But two, I feel like I feel more comfortable because I don't feel like I gotta try to make it sound good. Like it just is what it is now. Like and that, I'm about the most it is what it is person on this earth. So all in all, I like it. We keep climbing. Everything's on a steady uptick.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have little setbacks here and there, but that's also because we literally, instead of normally when you learn you crawl, walk, then run, we said all that gotta go. We're sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
We are sprinting and we never crawled, bro. We don't even know which way is up at this point sometimes.
But it's still going good. I just don't understand.
No, I know that, but
I really don't be understanding it.
I'm just saying, bro, I don't know if this, my friend, is what I would call a miracle because
people really ask me, how do you have your students? How are your students so engaged? And I literally tell them I don't know.
Because we engage them. We make a deliberate point to engage deliberately. If we go down that list of every single kid,
Our curriculum is nice.
if we go down that list, but even beyond that, Jovan, you can have a marvelous curriculum. There are plenty of programs with wonderful
That's
curriculums
facts.
where the students are not engaged. The reason it matters is because we have made a point to connect to each and every student on a personal level. I'm telling you right now, if we go down that list of every student we have between either myself or Bryce, I can tell you what that kid needs
That's
to
fact.
get something done. Whether it's some kids, I need to talk to you like you stupid. Hey, bro, get it together and go do it now. And there's other people that I got to sit down and explain every single detail in the most critical of detail. Like, do this, do this. This is why we do this. This is here. This goes there. Do you have any questions to clarify? And then once I give them that, oh, they got it. But
Not to mention the test that you know, the pre and post test that we about to start having them do. That's gonna give us even more of an identity on where they're at.
So like that's the thing, bro. We're not just saying come to us to and use us as a resource, because really that's what it is. We are here to be used and abused. That is what it is. We make a point to let them know that I'm not I don't care, bro. Y'all know I don't sleep. I don't care how tired I am. If you call me. I'd rather solve it now than have a bigger problem tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that, and they know that we care about them. So it's not even a matter of they're not just another kid in my program. They're not just another kid. Each and every one of them is
I know it else too.
Is an individual climber who means the world to us, bro. And they know that. So because they almost just reciprocate the energy.
We tell them, especially me, telling them, man, because it's so real. Like, you don't say this to a kid, right? Unless you mean it. And I can't say that everybody means it, but I know I do. I be telling them, like, the more y'all do, the more you get. And it's not and I tell them, Jovan, you may not even know this, but Ryan hears me all the time. I tell them that, but then I remind them, I assure them, like, it's not because we already got the money. What I'm saying is y'all do more work. Y'all show this. Y'all do all the greatness. Y'all get together and make a change in the community. We're going to be able to get more funding. And if we get more funding, it goes back to you. So do you want AC Tech hoodies? You have to go do the work. And it's not join the program and you get more hoodies. We told them straight up we're a nonprofit in our first year. We told them that our first meeting. We told them we got accepted for the Violence Intervention and Prevention Grant for $50,000. We told them that. And we also told them that it's a reimbursement grant, and we did not know that. So we don't know how to even get started with no money in our bank account. So how are we going to spend it if we ain't got it? We told them that. They're asking us, hey, when are we going? What's up with this? What's up with that? We don't have $1 in our bank account.
Y'all see these snacks that I
got nothing.
Hey,
but we have everything at the same time because we got $50,000. We just got to learn how to spend it so we can get reimbursed, right? And they were a part of that conversation. We don't got to tell them all the details. We don't got to tell them all the bad conversations we've had in the background. We don't got to tell them all of that. What they do know is, I'll tell you this much, y'all. This is what I tell them. That's a reimbursement grant. That's on us. We learned that. We should have applied for it because obviously it was a success. And it's literally our sole funder right now. But the point is, we should have applied for something else too, right? We should have applied for other things. Let us handle that. But the only way we can get these other grants is if y'all do the work. You guys show up. You guys improve your attendance at school. You guys improve your grades at school. You guys come to our meetings and correlate that attendance. Let's just be real. That's what data does. And they buying it. And again, it's not like we selling them something. We just keeping it real with them. And we can't be more thankful. You know what I mean? Because they're making my day every week. And, you know, like I said, they reach out to me all the time, like, when's the next meeting? So they obviously are getting something out of it. And that makes me happy. Jovan, man, give us a takeaway.
Yeah, man. I think it's important for the kids to know, like, we are learning just like they are. Like, we are not perfect. I think the vulnerability we've had with our kids, and even just being in that, I only been in one of the Future Climbers meetings and how well it went, but like, we were very vulnerable. Like, I think it was like, we was talking about public speaking, and we were just talking, and I got to talk about how, like, I hate public speaking. I used to hate public speaking. I used to get so much anxiety with it. You know what I'm talking about? Like really bad, like want to throw up. And then it's like, okay, like, this man, and now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 26 now, I'm good with it. Felt like, but there's a growth, right? There's like a process. So now they see like someone who can identify where they're at and their feelings, and now someone who's I like to call myself pretty successful. I feel like I've done some great things, and I'm really happy where I'm at. So like, from being in their seats to now where I am, they like, okay, it can, like, you know what I mean? That is something that can be grown and developed. Continuing to have that engagement with the kids and making them feel comfortable is important, because we're giving them a lot of what you would get in college. Like, you would know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of clubs in college. There's a bunch of things you can join and do to figure out who I identify with. There's people come from different backgrounds. We're giving them that experience at a young age, and in the height in their most important years. that I think is, again, that's a standard that we're setting for these kids. And that's just a beautiful thing to see. But again, overall, man, I'm happy that we're back in the podcast. I'm happy we started back up weekly. It's gonna be really fun this season.
Yeah, man, I'm about bounce off of that, man. I think my takeaway has nothing to do with the Future Climbers program. I said enough, and social media says enough about those kids, and what we're doing with those kids. My takeaway is related to this podcast. I told Jovan a couple weeks ago, bro, we need to get back in the podcast, man. And I told him why. For me, these podcast episodes literally boost, like, give me a head start on my week. No matter when we record, whether it's a Monday or a Saturday, the next 7 days or until the next time I record, I always got that edge. I always got that energy. And I don't know why, but like without it, we went weeks, months without podcast episodes this time around. And it's not like I lost motivation, but I lost that advantage, right? This gives me an advantage recording. So not an ad at all, but if you are interested in joining our podcast and you want to be a guest, by all means, join this energy, right? Because every single person that's been on our episodes, they message us afterwards. Thank y'all so much for giving me that platform, right? Or they say, man, I really love that. Or after, as soon as we hit stop, they be like, that was smooth. I really like that, right? Because it's just good being vulnerable. It's good opening up. And yeah, we were more professional in the past, but it's still the same. It's still the same. It's just a little bit more open. So I'm looking forward to this season, man. I think it's going to be a cool one. So until next time, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share. That's really appreciated. I let myself go a little bit fitness-wise, but I did it on purpose. At some point over the past, I want to say it's been the past 2-3 weeks, I switched my workout routine, but I didn't switch my diet like I said I would. But the only reason I did that is because people are asking me to make these fitness videos. So the AC fitness videos are coming back. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it with some entertainment. So I want my progress to be pretty bad. So give me another week. I got to get my wisdom teeth out. I'm going to keep eating whatever I want. Ryan, guess what I had today?
What?
BOGO footlong.
that outlaw
Both.
Crazy.
Hey.
Go crazy.
Both
of them. He
both
said,
with an F?
With sun chips.
Both of them. Hey, no. Hey, he said BOFF
with sun chips.
Both of them with some sun chips.
So the point is,
right?
y'all, I'm letting myself go just a little bit. All right, just a tad. I'm not gonna get as bad. Obviously, I'm not gonna gain 60 pounds. I'm also not interested in gaining 10 pounds. But I kind of want my body to break down a little bit, just a little bit.
He said I want to look regular. I can't be out here looking like Thor for the beat.
Start.
I gotta have a
so then when I get back, man, it's gonna be a wrap. So give me one more week. I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth pulled. That'll be my reset. I'm gonna actually fast during that time.
You don't have a choice, bro. You said that like it's optional.
Well, I'm saying I'm going to do a 48-hour fast. Like I'm not going to eat anything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know, sir.
Man, stop it, bro. You had 8,000 teeth pulled, bro.
I know. The one hole hurt. They all hurt.
But I know I'm getting one out. I'm gonna do a 48-hour fast, and that'll be right around my birthday. So that's coming up. And when that happens, y'all gonna see Big Bro Bryce lock in. I'm gonna make these fitness videos. All right. So with that being said, that's the end of this podcast. Great first episode. We'll see y'all next week. Love, peace, chicken grease. Play the song. I don't even know what song out, but I know the album coming soon. So it's probably going to be one of them album songs. Just keep climbing. Love.
Baby, like Big Bro, you nice. I messed around, fell in love with the mic. It's really no capping when I'm in the booth, so I'm telling the devil no sin in the night. I can never forget like I'm riding a bike. Don't get mad at me cause I like what I like. Just know I get money, I do it so humbly. When I go spending, I never think twice. Some of y'all man don't win it, so I had to buckle down and I had to keep it grinning. Only Lord knows I ain't perfect, I be sinning. So I keep my head down cause I'm praying for forgiveness. With a 7-year vintage, I think I was finished. If you ain't know, I got unfinished business. I know my time is coming any minute. Can't wait to tell my mom.